So here we are on the customer side to see the visualization, what our supplier has uploaded in terms of PPAP, and to go ahead and accept the forms and possibly waive some forms from the PPAP booklet. And so we enter the PPAP request. We can see here that something has changed compared to before, because I have these 4 documents that have been uploaded by the supplier. And so once in submitted status, I can click view document and see the document that the supplier has uploaded. So I see the view is more or less the same as what we saw before on the supplier side. So we have design FMEA, process FMEA, control plan, and dimension result. For example, dimension result, like the one we saw before with the marked up drawing with all the dimensions, etc. And now I can approve the document or reject the document. If I reject the document, whenever a document is uploaded, I receive an email notification. And when I reject it, the supplier in turn receives an email notification. Your document has been approved, your document has been rejected. In case it has been rejected, obviously it goes back to the previous state. It must be modified and resubmitted by the supplier. Let's go ahead and approve, for example, the, I don't know, control plan. We'll approve it because it is actually satisfactory. At this point, we can see that the PPAP completion has populated to 8% because 1 document out of 12 has been approved. 11 are pending and 1 is approved. And here I can see, in fact, that the document has been approved. I can reopen it in case I want to remove the approval for any reason. I made a mistake, I didn't check it well or whatever, and I can go and export the document as a PDF. By clicking here, I can see the document exported as a PDF. So now, we hadn't put in any checks, but in the control plan information, there is all the data related to the PPAP, and it is a PPAP control plan. So I can do the same thing with the, for example, the process FMEA, which I can approve. Once approved, I can also export it via PDF here. And here too, it will export the FMEA via PDF for me to keep in my booklet. Maybe I can save it locally in a folder, or in any case, I can, let's say, take it off the platform so that I have it locally. So now let's go and approve all the documents that the supplier has uploaded. Let's say they are satisfactory. And let's see that the completion has become 33%. So 4 documents out of 12 have been approved. Now, we can do one thing. With this part, we've seen that it's a housing. Consequently, it doesn't have a real appearance approval report, so it doesn't have any aesthetic requirements, and therefore we can safely go ahead and waive the document. When I waive the document appears as approved, and the completion moves forward. So 42%, the document has been waived, and I can still reopen it and remove the waiver I gave. I can do the same thing, for example, for the checking aids documentation, and the completion goes to 50%, and the other documents are still waiting for the supplier to upload them. As we have seen from the supplier's point of view, there is no possibility to fill out these documents online. This is to avoid giving, let's say, overly premium features to our suppliers. However, we can still consider adding it to the platform. It's not a problem. We are evaluating it. And we wait for the supplier to upload them computer side on your end. In the timeline, as we see here, there is the entire timeline of what has happened. So checking aid derogated, appearance approval derogated, dimension result approved, design FMEA approved, etc., etc. Submitted, etc. And so now let's go back to the supplier side to upload the last documents and close, let's say, the PPAP request.